Thank you for tuning in to Connect More, featuring the shared experiences, new adventures, and nightmares of four pals who have known each other for decades. Connect More utilizes the swear jar concept to raise funds for the American Cancer Society. When you hear this during the episode, the offender will contribute to the swear jar. We'll update the swear jar each week at the end of the program. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hey, yo, welcome to another episode of Connect More. I'm Eric. There's John.
Hey there.
That's Brian.
Greetings.
And there's Jason.
Welcome, everyone.
On this episode of Connect More, Jason and I take a trip to a galaxy far, far away. John and Brian conduct routine business, and then we whip around on fair food. But first, guys, y'all ain't returning my voicemails. What's up with that? Come on.
You know what you did.
What's a voicemail?
I don't use my phone for that.
Are you leaving voicemails? Does anyone leave voicemails? Like when I call any of you actually have to call for something important. And if you don't answer, like I just hang up and then send you a text, hey, give me a call. Or do you leave a message?
That's exactly what I do.
No.
I will say, if it's something for work sometimes, and I know I'm calling someone's cell phone, sometimes I will leave a voicemail, but I usually still will follow up with a text. Or if that person left me a voicemail and I call them back and I don't get them, I'll leave them a voicemail in return because that seems to be how they like this to work. So I want to kind of meet them where they're supposed to be at.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I do the exact same thing you do. Like if I can't get them on the phone, hey, just tried to call you and didn't get a hold of you. Call me when you're free or whatever. Because isn't that really the beauty of texting? Is to be able to say, hey, do you have a minute to talk?
Yeah.
And you text them that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I use the voicemail for the second or subsequent attempt to contact the person in a work context.
There you go.
Like
Yes.
it is a subtle form of punishment.
It
If you're
is.
getting the voicemail, it's because you didn't respond to my IM and you
'Cause it
didn't
is
respond
punishment.
to my email.
Yeah.
It is a punishment. I'm going to put you through listening to 50 seconds of me talk without any content.
Nothing I hate worse than the voicemail. Although right below that is the unscheduled call, like from someone, like a work person or something who they really want to get into this big long thing, and I see their name pop up. Damn it! This wasn't on the schedule. You should have contacted me in advance.
Is anybody here entertained by the Apple translation thing when it translates your
the
messages
visual
and stuff?
voicemail
For
thing?
sure.
Yes. See how accurate it gets and everything?
There's stuff about fruit
the stuff
stands in there. Yeah, you have no idea. Yes.
Yeah, that's entertaining sometimes.
Yes,
I won't lie.
Sometimes I look at the transcript first and I'm like,
Yes.
who the hell is that?
Exactly. I was like, these people have never been to Winnebago County. That's for damn sure.
Isaac Asimov tried to call me? What?
I got one that was translated with my last name as Edgecock, and I thought, man, that made it through the filter.
Write that one down, guys. That's on the list now of nicknames for him.
My God.
The Edgecock.
Thanks, Apple.
I love it. Perfect.
So no with the voicemails unless you're aiming it at the person. My favorite colleagues at work are the ones who will pop up on the IM and they will say, "Hi, do you have a minute to talk?"
Yes.
And I find that super respectful.
Thank you.
I forget to do it
Yes.
myself. I try to do it and I forget sometimes, but I have the intent, and that is how I try to stay. How I try to treat people, because they may be in a meeting, they may not be in yet. They may be doing 8 things. They may be on deadline, and you don't just walk up to somebody's desk in real life and be like, "Hey, Julie, you got that report?" So, yeah.
But I will say that is one of the things I like about actually going into the office is I can look around the corner and see if they're free and kind of stop over there and say, "Hey, do you have that report?" or whatever. I like doing because I feel like it's more efficient sometimes than the voicemail or the text message or the email is just to go talk to somebody and say,
Do you
what's
carry your
going on
mug with
this?"
you? Hey,
I
if
do.
you
No.
could,
The Connect More
have
mug,
that
of course.
report done by 1:00, that would be great.
No, it's part of my marketing plan, John. It's the Connect More mug. I carry it around the office. getting some more eyeballs on it.
I know, but do you have the limited edition Erica and the Spice Pussies?
No, I
The
don't
mug?
actually.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
friend Jason carried this all the way
Yeah.
from Dubuque for me.
That's right.
When do we get the limited edition Connect More stapler? I think that would be
Oh, sweet.
that's the product. What about is voicemails too then generational too? Well, like what's your folks or people that we work with?
Oh,
that
I think the
are
younger you
older
are,
than us?
you don't do it at all. You don't
Yeah.
do voicemail at all.
No, I've taught my parents to text. My kid is on Discord, so I have a whole special.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
use that app
Yeah.
otherwise, except for
Yeah.
that conversation, so I know when it's happening. I've got folks on Signal. The answer is they're all over the place in my phone, and they're not leaving messages.
My dad's a texter. My mom will still leave me a voicemail,
Yeah.
which is ironic because she's a little bit hard of hearing. So it's like, why do you want to do this on the phone? Just send me a text.
Yeah.
I don't get anyway.
That's great. So do
Yeah.
you guys do voice to text? Do you trust the voice to text?
No,
I hate the voice to text.
It's tough, right?
I don't like it.
I use it. I'll use it in the truck if I'm driving,
have to.
something like
Yes,
that.
I do
You
it
have to
then.
anyway. I do it then, but I keep it real simple.
That's
With
right.
the hands free in my car won't pick it up, and so I'm always talking about something else, and it has hilarious typos and stuff, and I just won't do it anymore.
So Jocko, you said you don't like it?
Yeah,
you
I
do?
don't. I'm like Weenus. I mean, if I'm in the car and someone texts and I gotta respond, yeah, I'm the same way. I keep it short and I talk real slow to it because that's what John's
Yes.
talking about is some of the
Ugh.
translations are.
Yes.
I mean,
Ugh.
so I'm like text John Hedgecock and it says text Edgecock.
Right.
It's terrible.
But I find if you talk to it too slow, then it thinks you're pausing and it puts a period
Puts
in.
a
You're like, no,
period in
God
there.
damn it, I wasn't done.
Yes,
And then you're
Jack.
saying that, and then it's text, and then it's translating that, and
I want to speak to the manager.
I usually don't have my thoughts composed enough for the voice text. So I start talking, and then I get falling all over myself, and it starts to get this big blob, and I'm like, cancel, and puts cancel in there 5 times. Cancel! God damn
This
it,
is
cancel
where
it!
this is where the Midwest really makes you suffer because you got to wind up with, "Hey, I was just checking in to see,
Yes.
if you were around today, and if you are, we were gonna go get some chicken and waffles, and so I'm not sure where we're going yet, but I'll give you a call back."
No big hurry if it's not. Just get back
No
to me
big
whenever.
hurry.
Yeah,
This is
whenever you
not a
got
big
time.
deal, but
I'm real hungry.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I would love to have a voicemail left for me from Darth Vader.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
We used to have to be kind of rewind and memorize channel numbers like they're sacred knowledge. Now we press play from the couch and let the nostalgia and HD wash over us. Welcome to Peep Show, where we celebrate the movies, shows, and screen gems lighting up your living rooms. So look, kids, the Mandalorian and Grogu is out now in theaters, but for context connectors, we do record these a couple weeks before we actually drop them into the world. So we won't be able to discuss that movie yet. But, the 4 of us, I mean, we all grew up with very heavy cultural influence of Star Wars. I mean, we were all of the age where we all went to see Star Wars A New Hope. When it came out in 1977. You know what? That was the first movie I ever saw twice in a theater. Yeah.
Wow.
And so since 1977, there's been 12 feature films and 21 television streaming series. And if you include Weenus's favorite, that stupid ass Ewok Christmas special, there's like 40 productions overall.
Oh.
Come on, we all love the Ewok Christmas.
No, we don't.
But guys, like Jason, what do you think about the franchise and where it is now, and where it's traveled through the galaxy since we started in '77? Because I'll say I got down on it pretty bad there for a while when they started making the other trilogies around the original trilogy. So I was kind of for a while.
You mean you're talking about you didn't like the prequels or you didn't like the sequels? Oh, the prequels were already off your list. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I did not dig those. Like when when they're on cable. Like, well, just this weekend, I stopped and watched part of Empire Strikes Back again.
Yeah, for sure.
But when I don't even I don't even know the names of, like, especially I can't remember the kind of sequel ones.
Well,
I
the
mean some of
prequel
the
one. Well,
some
prequel one, you
some
get like the guy who, the guy who was Anakin Skywalker. Horrible,
yeah, some of
horrible.
those were okay, but like again, those and especially the ones after, like I don't stop on those and watch those.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't either.
Well, I think, like you said, we are the generation. Like we were the ones who really grew up with this. We were at the exact right age when those movies first came out to be the super fans of a lifetime. And I think we can't forget as well, for a lot of our young adulthood, there was nothing. Like there was nothing besides the original movies. There weren't
Yeah.
TV shows, there weren't none of the sequels, there weren't cartoons, and
Jason,
for a
I
long
just
time there
mentioned
was
Venus's
nothing.
favorite, the Ewok Christmas
The Ewok
special.
Christmas. You're gonna keep bringing. Is it because he's got a little scruff there? He looks like an Ewok today. Is that why you're bringing that up so often?
Yeah, yeah,
But I think so. I
absolutely.
think when those prequels came out, like in the late '90s or early 2000s, whenever that was, we were so hungry. Like we really wanted those things to be good.
Well, we
The,
we
oh, we're
we sat
finally
there
gonna
for
see
3
the.
or 4 years sometimes without a movie. So
Oh
we're
yeah.
like,
Right.
yeah,
Well, they went for a
Right.
there's a lot of
decade
build
without
up, and there's a
movies.
lot of build up
Decades.
towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So man, I mean, when those came out, we really wanted it to be good, and they weren't that good. Now, that I will say that I really enjoy seeing Star Wars through the eyes of my kids too, though, and I'd be interested to hear this too, because I know John and Jocko, your kids have grown up with a different kind of.
Hmm.
They're cooking in a different Star Wars stew than we did. They've got a whole different perspective. My kids definitely gravitate towards the prequels a little, the Clone Wars and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
They like that part. That's part of their childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
Yeah.
Frank, of course, saw the sequels in the theaters with me. So those are now his movie going experience. He wasn't old enough to see the prequels, in the theater, but he's seen the sequels. And it's just interesting to see the different take on it. I am going to be interested too. So I want to hear what you and John have to say about this with your kids, how they consume it. Sorry, when it's leaving you out of this, unless the grandkids are all over this one. Are they all over Star Wars?
Not at all.
They're too little.
They
Yeah.
want nothing. They want nothing to do with it. I mean, the oldest ones are 12 and 13. They still
Oh,
want nothing to do with it.
is that right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
No, there's not enough shooting. There's not enough sex and violence in them. So
Dang. Well, that's heart crushing, because I would think if you still had a 12 or 13-year-old. I mean, when my kids were 12 and 13, and I showed them the first Star Wars: A New Hope. I mean, they sat there glued.
yeah, well, we might try it next time they're here.
I'd say
We'll
both
see.
of my kids are super fans. I mean, they are Star Wars super fans. They know all
Yeah.
the trivia, they've watched all the shows and all that stuff. I mean, they're into every aspect of it, reading the books and all that stuff.
Yeah, I would say, and some of this is deja vu. I think we talked about it on the pod before, but like with my son, it was the Lego video game, Star Wars Lego video game. We had a Risk game that was Order 66 Risk, which is actually pretty cool. It's a fun game. And then I took him to 3. I took him to Revenge of the Sith in the theater when he was 7. And so I took him to that in first run, and also Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards. And so that's what's wrong with him. And it explains a lot, and I share that as often as I can. But no, in order to
just
get
one
ready
second,
for
John.
yeah,
Just to clear it up for the kids listening that haven't watched Star Wars, Inglourious Basterds is not a Star Wars book.
yeah, right.
Just make that clear.
Yes. So, well, Tarantino hasn't made his yet. So, right. But we were leading up to 3, so everything was getting ready for the theatrical release of 3, and that's when we went back and watched the originals. That was the hook, and he's been a part of that ever since. I mean, this gets to sort of the super nerdy nature of my family, but he got into like Kurosawa films, but as a result of Star Wars, he got into the original Japanese samurai films that were the basis of what Lucas was thinking about when he was doodling this stuff out. out. And so again, I know that's super like reductionist to even, but it was sincere. He's a Japanese miner and is interested in the culture, and that is the way that he relates to Star Wars, is the space samurai thing that was the original idea.
Now, what's the take? What's the take on Disney then? Because that's really taken it to a whole different level. Like, I really think a lot of big Star Wars fans draw the line and say there's pre and post Disney ownership of this whole thing. How do you all see that playing out?
I think it's saturated now. It's too much.
It's too much. Yeah.
It's just way too much.
It's not special anymore. That's for
no,
sure.
no.
Yeah.
And I mean, and they're trying to cater to kids. They're trying to cater to adults, and that's a hard, needle to thread. Just that's hard to do.
Well,
Well,
see,
I
that's
always
what's
ask-
interesting though about like, some of the stuff clearly is catering to everybody, but something like Andor, that's adult. I mean, like even Louis is not that into Andor. Like it's just a little bit too it's a little too thinky. It's not as bang bang shoot it up. So I think some of the Disney stuff has gotten a little more niche, but I know what you mean, Wayne. It's like they're really trying to like every aspect of the world needs to touch Star Wars somehow.
Yeah.
I got
I guess-
rejuvenated though with that with Rogue One though. I thought, oh, finally, here's a Star Wars movie that I really love, and it's it felt in a weird way. It felt more connected to A New Hope than kind of some of those the prequels and stuff did to me. And then, like you said, then they blew it out and did Andor as the 2-season series. I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the Mandalorian just because I tell you the reason why I really enjoyed that Mandalorian is because it was the old Western shows that I used to watch with my dad. It was just set in Star Wars, and I got a real big kick out of that actually. Right? The drifter comes into town and yeah.
Beautiful. No,
That's
and,
what it
and it
was,
ties into
down
what
to the
John is
soundtrack.
talking about too. As like the Japanese samurai type
Yeah.
connection
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Samurai for hire thing.
Yeah.
The Ronin. That's what that is. I
Yeah,
will say though, and they missed their opportunity though with that Book of Boba Fett. The Book of Boba Fett should have been The Godfather. It should have been a gangster show.
Yes.
It's interesting.
I
He was-
agree.
Wouldn't that have
He
been
was a-
awesome?
He was a mafioso for sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they
Yep.
blew it. Like they totally blew with that Book of Boba Fett thing. They could have made a really great Godfather version.
Yes.
Django
Oh.
is the capo taking over from dad.
Or he's the enforcer. Like
He's the
maybe make
enforcer.
someone else the gangster.
Well, you got
Sleeps-
the
sleeps
huts.
with the fishes.
The
Yes.
huts are the yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been so brilliant, but they blew it.
So what about the cartoon stuff? Are you guys onto this? This
Mm-hmm.
is where my son really got into it was Star Wars, the Clone Wars and Rebels and all that.
Yep.
And I try to
Old
watch
Republic.
those
The
a
Old
little
Republic,
bit,
yeah.
but I don't know why I can't stick with them for some reason.
Yeah, I like
really
those.
They're good. They're good. That's quality content. Here's the test for me is, do they stick the landing on the story every time, right? And so in like Mandalorian, when Luke shows up, you're like, all right, that paid off. That was fantastic. And Obi-Wan, is there going to be a battle with Darth Vader? Are they going to go there? And not only do they go there, they pretty much exhaust that piece of the storyline, and it's great. Sorry for all the spoilers. But like, are they sticking the landing? And in 3, I thought they did. And then that's my critique of like the sequels, is I'm not sure that I felt the landing got stuck in all of those. Just because you kill Han doesn't mean you've got a whole story there that feels whole to me. And so that same critique carries over into the animated series, to answer your question, Paco, that they are just okay because they're like in the middle. They're in the middle between main storylines.
I think my biggest gripe with those sequels, it was they had some really good book resources out there that they could have used, and I don't think they did that. I mean, I love the the big one was I wanted the Thrawn trilogy. I love those books.
Yes.
Finally Thrawn shows up in Osaka, right, in that series. What a great character. I thought they wasted him in those sequel movies.
I liked Splinter the Mind's Eye as one of the spin-off books.
Yes.
and
very good.
really enjoy that. And that's more about kind of Luke's journey that is both spiritual and about training and becoming, how he becomes this incredibly powerful person. And when they landed him on the island planet, that made all the sense in the world, but we never got to see all the middle of that. So that does suck. The Luke Skywalker movie is missing.
It is. And I think too, I really felt like those sequel movies, they didn't think it all the way through almost or something. Like, did you guys think through where this was going to end? It's almost like the director of each one of those movies came up with the idea himself. I'm going to do a Star Wars movie. It's like, guys, this has to hang together as something that is meaningful to that previous set of movies and like flings it into the future somehow. But it's just like, hey, how about the Emperor comes back? What the fuck? Seriously? I mean, come on. Like you're not again, like you're not even trying here, guys. You got nothing else besides the Emperor coming back?
I hear you. I agree with you completely. And what they were trying to do was say that this stuff repeats over history and give us different episodes of it. But like, we know that. Like, finish the one you were on.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying it. I thought it was lazy. But I'm excited for the Mandalorian and Grogu though. I think Jon Favreau, who directs he knows what he's doing. He's a big fan. Him and Filoni are big fans, and I think they're, without fawning, without being too gushy about it, I feel like they drop in the little Easter eggs and they do all the fun stuff.
They're willing to be funny, and that's the secret of the Avengers, and not take itself too seriously along the way.
Yep.
And like you were just complaining about, Jason, like that whole series had a purpose, a thread. The storytelling was consistent. Yeah.
No better episode of that Mandalorian. And John, this is right into your Japanese tie-in, the one where he has to defend that little village from the Marauders. Like, oh my God, what a great episode.
That was that the samurai was a fistful of dollars.
Totally.
It was all of those.
Those are all the same story.
Good.
Yeah.
And again, Lucas handed all the stuff off to Disney, and the question is, like, did they keep with what he was doing? Yeah. In that case, yeah, great. Yeah. Good. Amy Sedaris is great in that series too.
She is.
I gotta shout out to Amy Sedaris for one, showing up in a Star Wars series, and two, just nailing it and hamming it all the way through.
Agreed.
The Mandalorian's a high point. Like, it's a standalone thing that functions on its own. I love the lore and the backstory of the Mandalorians and just all of it.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
So guys, do you think when Darth Vader steps out of his rejuvenation chamber in the morning, he checks his pockets for his lightsaber and wallets and keys to the TIE fighter?
Every once in a while, we say something brilliant, hilarious, or deeply questionable in our group text. And now we're saying out loud. In the group chant was fire, we bring our hottest takes, weirdest questions, and most spirited disagreements to the table. No emojis required.
Way to stick to the script, boy. Jason, come on, man. It's called spell check.
So are we going to do this like a barbershop quartet then, kind of harmony chant thing? Who's got the high one? Okay.
All right. So during our group chat a while ago, we're discussing our habits and what we do just mindlessly every day. Dudes seem to be creatures of habit. They get into routines. They take the same routes, eat the same lunch. Is there a survival mechanism to remove the variables and make things predictable? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Even how we load up our pockets every morning can stay the same for decades. Oh, I'm guilty of that entirely. So let's start out with Hedgecough. What do you got?
Yeah, I do. I'm a creature of habit for sure. I've got a little round basket by the door where the keys go, and they're always there. I have to badge into the office 3 times a week. My badge never leaves the bag I take to the office. Like, it's not allowed to come out of there. That way I can never forget it when I'm walking up to the office. Little things like just backing out of the driveway and doing that exactly the same. I notice myself doing it exactly the same way every morning. There's really no reason for that one. But I'm all in that Albert Einstein school of like, right, reduce the decisions if you can. I don't take it to like wearing the same clothes every day, but I will certainly, rotate stuff, and everything from what I wear to how the umbrella is always in the same place. So yeah, reduce the decisions.
Yeah. Well, order, there's chaos, people, right?
But do you think, is there something primal about that though, John? Is it like a survival mechanism? Like, does it go back to like hunting and gathering where you had to reduce the distractions and focus on what you need? You think there's something more genetic about this?
I don't know if that's true. I mean, I think to a degree, I'd like to hear from a broader sample than this group, because I think to a degree we're all paid for our judgment, and I think you feel like you have to go into your day ready to make judgments. And so the Neanderthal, he knew what he was gonna get chased by and what he was gonna chase each day, and that was pretty predictable. I think we're reserving space for 120 decisions we're gonna make in the next 8 hours. At least that's how it is for me.
Yeah, I just want to keep it simple as much as possible, and because just like John said, we make so many decisions all day long, and it's hard. I want room in my mind for other things, not that, right?
I just don't want to lose my shit. Like, that's why I put my keys down and say, how many times, if my son's listening to this, he's laughing right now because he knows how many times I yell at that kid. If you just put your wallet in the same place when you come home every night, you know where that damn thing is. Now you're not running around here looking for it. And stop asking me, because I don't know. I didn't have it. I don't know how many times I've told him that, and I think I still tell him that from time to time.
Need to Apple tag that motherfucker. That's what you need to do.
I think so. Yeah. I think we might have to do that for him. I have an extra one laying around here in a box somewhere. And you guys know I'm kind of, my last 18 months I've been between various homes and stuff, and to be able to find, when I move around, to find those places to put my stuff, and then to try to keep that morning routine going has been really wild. And especially now that I'm in, hopefully, our last home for that. But even still, we're still not completely unpacked. I've been here for 3 weeks, so I'm still trying to find where that stuff goes. And then on top of that, Tanya's not here yet. So when she gets here and all of our stuff is here, then that's going to switch again. And I can't stand it when I leave the garage and I feel like I've forgotten something, and I'm literally patting down my pockets all the way to work, looking for what I forgot.
No way those first 3 weeks after moving don't feel like camping. You can't avoid that one. I have to tell you, Eric, I wore my sunglasses in from the car. I forgot my regular glasses in the car about 2 nights ago. And so what's really getting to me is I keep losing my glasses. And so that's a little insider for you there.
I love you for that. Because I was going to try to work that in this conversation too.
Well, I just had it. I just went through it, and I laughed and sang the song out loud to myself, and thought I would share that the next time I had
Tanya and I do that all the time. Kids, go check out James McMurtry's Fort Walton Wake Up Call.
So I do like the military pat down every multiple times a day. So I just I look like I'm doing the Macarena, right? Chest. I got my phone.
Do you sing that in your head? Does it play in your head?
No, but it looks like it. When people watch me do it, they're like, "What are you doing, the Macarena there or something?" So I'll do, because I 3 things: phone, keys, billfold. Right? That's it. And so I just pat down. Do I have all 3? That's all you gotta do. Top, bottom, done. And
okay, here. Wait. Okay, everyone. The money in the wallet, which pocket? Mine goes in my left front.
Left front.
Yeah, my last wallet was a front wallet, but listen, I went and got the phone case with the cover on it, and now it's my wallet.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Yeah, so I reduced by 1 the things I have to remember.
You are such a woman.
It's just keys and phone. It's just keys and phone.
It's a merce. Let's just call it a merce. It's a mail.
The money, so the money goes in there. The money gets folded inside.
It's a mail purse. It's a merce.
Yeah.
Just call it a merce.
And my keys and wallet go in my right front, phone in the left.
Ooh, how do you do keys and wallet in the same pocket? That's my goal, by the way. My goal is to carry as very little things as I can in my pants pocket. Um, so that's why when the weather's cooler, I love wearing one of my sports jackets because then I just put everything in the pockets of my sports coat, and I love that because I'm not a fan of having things in my pants pockets.
Yeah, well, Jax can fit a lot of stuff in there. He's got nothing else competing with that space there.
Oh my
God.
Oh, brother.
Wow. Dang.
It was either that or ask Brian how many people he pats down every morning, whether that's ever resulted in litigation.
Oh, 3 or 4.
I don't know how many people are patting him down.
Yeah.
He is putting that on his list of band names, though. Military pat down.
Yep.
Now this is confession time. I don't know, it's not really confession. I'm not like I'm ashamed of it or anything, but I pretty much eat the same thing for lunch almost every day.
Oh,
And and even back in Chicago, they would laugh at me in my office, like, what you got there? Got a sandwich and chips and a yogurt and a little can of V8 there. Is that what you got there? Yep. And here we are 25 years later. Ask anybody I work with. Sandwich, chips, yogurt, little V8 can.
Wow.
Amazing. So Aaron
That's
packs
wild.
that for you and gives you a little peck on the cheek on the way out the door.
I do it myself, but that's part of it too,
big.
though.
It's
is
big.
It gets back to the decisions, though, like you're saying, John. Like, I don't have to think about what I'm getting for groceries. I don't have to, I wonder what I'm going to have for lunch tomorrow.
Yep.
I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. Bring it on. Let's go.
Man, that'd be horrible for me. But that's what I did growing up, though. You know, that's what I did every day. I didn't like the school lunch when I was little, so I would always take my own lunch. And I don't want to do that ever again. I just don't. I just want cold cuts every day. No, thank you.
I mean, sometimes it's turkey,
bologna and ketchup, right?
Sometimes it's turkey, sometimes it'll be ham, sometimes it might be a little salami in there or something, but it's pretty much cold cuts
Do
every
you
day.
have like a box of Sunny D then, or a little Capri Sun?
No, it's these little like individual size little V8s, like low sodium V8s.
Sure. I have some in my fridge, which is funny because I was just told in my household that I was the last person in America who drinks V8.
Jason drinks the low sodium V8 because all those fucking cold cuts he's eating has enough sodium in them.
That's right.
To keep him going forever.
Preserve him like a
But at
mummy
least
the
I'm
next
drinking
10,000 years.
low sodium V8. Yeah, that's right.
They cancel each other out. That's exactly where that works. Yes,
Yep.
Well balanced, I think they call it.
That's a balanced diet. That's right.
So do you guys order the same things at restaurants too?
No.
You all order the same thing every time you go?
Go-to. Yeah, I'll have a go-to.
I always have a go-to
like
at a
3 or
restaurant.
4 things. There's a go-to, but I'll go off the go-to. It depends on how I feel.
If I've been there before, I mean, if I've been there multiple times and I tried out different things, and I have a go-to there, right?
I always order the special. Like if they've got a special of some kind, I'll almost always get that.
Yeah, depends on the place, but yeah.
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 No, Aaron laughs at me though because she always looks at the menu, and if there's something weird on it, like some weird special or something, you're going to get that, aren't you? It's like, yeah, probably.
Well, you want the variety. That's why you're sitting at the restaurant, right?
Because I don't get it at lunch.
That's right. And we've made it clear you don't want meatloaf.
That's exactly right.
All right. Hey, are we ready for another segment? Whip around, maybe?
Whip around.
All right.
Whip
let's
us.
do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. No doubt someone's wondering where we are by now. So before we get called back to reality, let's stick and move with some quick takes, fast laughs, and then we're out. It's time for a good old-fashioned whip around.
Whip around.
Whip around.
Oh, whip around.
All right, quick and dirty, ladies. No big explanation needed. What is the best state fair or ballpark food? Let's start with Jocko.
2 words. Corn dog. That's it. It's a classic. I eat 2 of them a year. I go to fairs or whatever. maybe like a stock car race, and I have 2 corn dogs a year.
Ketchup, mustard, or both?
No, mustard. That's it.
Mustard. Yeah, mustard.
Yep.
That's right.
Just the
Okay.
wine of mustard and the corn dog.
That was the right answer.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
they tow your car off of 88 if you ever used ketchup on a hot dog. You can't go within 3 hours of Chicago anymore. They have license plate readers for that now.
Corn dog.
All right.
Yum.
All right. Jackson, what's yours?
I would have to say at the Iowa State Fair, it's the grinder.
Love the
And
grinder.
I love me a sausage grinder. That's whenever we go to the fair, I always leave room for one of those. So a grinder is like a ground up sausage with melted cheese on top, usually like some grilled onions or grilled peppers and things on it with melted like provolone cheese on it and with a toasted bun. Nothing better at the fair.
Good stuff.
Well, I like going to the fair also. And so mine are actually fairly new. If I go to a ball game, I always like especially if they have like the grilled brats right there with everything. That's my go-to, But now I like the new stuff at the state fair sometimes. So like the 2025 one was a chicken bacon ranch egg roll from Wynn's. And that was fucking delicious. Wonderful. And then before that, it was the apple egg roll. That was the 2018 best state fair food in Iowa. So
Hey, we're just supposed to pick one here, pal.
I know.
Sorry.
I'm just giving a little history. I give you a little history lesson
research.
too. I've
research.
evolved over
He's
the
breaking the
years.
rules. I have
I've
a
evolved
follow-up
over the
question.
years. Yeah, go ahead.
Was the apple one sweet, like an apple pie thing then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like a McDonald's apple pie.
Like a McDonald's apple pie that you burn your
so
face
much
off
better.
eating.
Yeah,
That's right.
kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
It's
All
true.
right.
It's true. All right, who we got left, John?
Botter's Peppermint Ice Cream Bar.
Oh, that's good.
Chocolate and peppermint should be illegal. Look
That's
it up,
good.
kids.
That's good.
That is some good stuff there for
That's
sure.
good stuff.
Yep.
All right, so we're officially whipped. The swear jar amount is to benefit American Cancer Society is up to $271.
Woo.
Come on, let's get 300 by the next one, guys. Come on, we can do this. Let's do this. We can
Do your
fucking do
magic.
this. All right, closing credits, please.
Thank you for listening to Connect More. I'm the producer. Please subscribe and like this podcast because it's my only chance of getting paid for this gig. Connect More is a product of Pan Tiger LLC and is hosted by Brian Danielson, Eric Van Lanker, Jason Nisus, and John Hedgecoff. Connect More is edited by me and Jocko. The showrunners are Jax, Hedge, and Weenus. Theme music written and recorded by Ryan Veeder. Cover art designed by Leon Golden. Musical director is Evil. Legal liaison is Brian. Lead writers are John and Eric. Runner-up writers are Jason and Captain Danielson. Publication coordinator is Jax. Special thanks to GVC, Aaron, Miss Roper, and Yoko. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure to follow Connect More on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.